What's going on, everybody? This is Almost There. I am your boy Smoke.
It's everybody's favorite daddy, Pacquiao.
And your boy Jay. We in the studio with our young program director, Young Noah, and our sound and video guy, Cello.
A.K.A. Silk the Shocker.
You always gotta say that, right? That's your thing.
That's my thing. Fuck you.
Welcome to another week, everybody. We miss you guys. We miss you so much. We want to tell you how much we had going on this week. Pacquiao.
I thought you was gonna say, "Missed you so much, we followed you today."
Wait a minute, now don't go in there. Don't go in there. Ain't nothing in there for you.
Oh, Juice Code Jones. I did every day of designing code you can't even name. I take all the money out the bank. I cut up every credit card. I never got you.
You had the juice.
But no, man, my week was going well. I've been catching a lot of other podcasts like Combat Jack you was telling me about. I fell in love with that. And y'all know I like to read books that have something to do with history and things like that. And J. Cole...
We didn't know that.
Well, my brother knows.
I know.
He like to read?
Yeah, I read a lot. And I like to read stuff with substance.
It's normally...
Comic?
No, not necessarily comics. It normally
I like
involves...
autobiographies and stuff like that.
Yeah, things of that nature. And like XXX rated shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't read Triple X since '99, but but with the books and stuff, I like something that's very intellectual or anything that has something to do with history. And J. Cole mentioned a book on it that I actually went and got the PDF book for on my on the Kindle app, and it's called like The Brief Destruction of the Indies. Basically, came out around 1500 about when this guy named I forgot his name, but he was talking about like a literal brief account of how the Spanish and Portuguese came over and destroyed India. I mean, not India, the West Indies and stuff like that. So it was very, very interesting, and I liked it. So you know, I've been reading this book and everything right now, and it gave me a lot of insight on what I didn't know and what I thought I did. It's real literal, and it goes. He breaks it down how they basically destroyed this area. So my week has been pretty good, especially with this book. So how was yours?
I'm sorry, cuz. I'm sorry. But all I was thinking about
You see, I ignored him and looked at you, right?
What I was thinking of, like, you know, earlier in our first couple stages, we kind of like told a little backstory about people. And Jay happened to tell our fans, if y'all remember, if you don't, go through the podcast and check which one. But he let y'all know that Pacquiao is a wealth of useless information.
It's not useless.
And now y'all see where that information comes from.
That's not useless information. That's
how can I use it?
That's very good history right there.
It
shows how a certain nation became what it was.
Don't call me
from destroying another nation of people that were there. How they shaped. And then it helps parallel, like just the same thing I put in parallel. I put it in the same parallel as how, you know, America became. They raped and pillaged America and turned it to the way that how they did.
Oh, now since you put it like that, I mean, it's useless.
It's not. You got to know your history in the end. You got to know your history.
But you're saying it's a good read.
And it's actual. It is the true events. It's true events.
Was it exciting, bloody?
It was.
You waiting for the movie?
No, it was. It even went to as far as how the Spaniards would feed the Native Americans. They fed the natives to their dogs and stuff like that, just to assert dominance over that land.
Well, my week wasn't that good. I mean, we wasn't no pillaging and
both of y'all just products of Chicago public schools.
All y'all English niggas that don't know shit.
Laughing and shit. I bet you we talking about fixing a motherfucking nail in the motherfucking board, your ass would do it.
Hell yeah, boy. Put some Bob Beeler on. I'm right there.
Oh, man.
Mad at me because your ass was snoozing on the toilet.
No, my ass read something that expands my profound knowledge and makes me aware of shit.
What? Makes you who?
See, that's why y'all niggas don't know. Go ahead and finish telling us what your week was.
My week is alright. I guess, you know, a couple arguments at the house over some useless shit. On the whole, wasn't no real ups and downs. I got put a new crew together. Actually, they did pretty good this week. So Work wise, my week was okay. Personal life, I don't know. Am I supposed to talk about personal life?
Nah, we're gonna keep that.
We'll keep that personal
for a later show.
Later show.
We want to invite the people in.
Oh, all right. So other than that, then work wise, it was great. Personally, it was a challenge. So
just gonna say that.
Just say that.
My week was my week as usual, man. Work and relaxing, man. Taking care of the family and the baby, man. My week's always good, man. I really don't have much like papier and smoke.
Okay, so when we say we're not gonna talk about personal, this right now, do that mean like our own personal? Can I talk about somebody else's personal?
I think if it directly affects you, no.
Oh, it doesn't affect me at all. I mean, I laugh at it.
No, I think we probably should keep it to ourselves.
Huh?
I think we should probably keep it to ourselves.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, what if I don't say his name? I need a comment because, okay, this... Can I talk about you?
I knew that's where it was going.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I was given the okay. But I just want to, because... I didn't mean
still
to cut
not
off
say
you.
the name.
Right. I didn't want to...
My week was over. It was nothing... my week's boring. I'm not as exciting. I don't get to read life-changing novels.
True stories.
Put together new work crews. You know, my shit is 9 to 5. Go home, play a video game, go to sleep, do it over again tomorrow.
Play with the baby.
Play with the baby, of course. Please, people, don't think I put my video game over my baby because I play the video game with her in my arms.
Right. So in essence, you do because the video game controller is in front of your baby.
Well, no, she plays with me.
Nah, she be holding the controller. She be moving the thumb like, nah, move it this way. So, what I want to get out is because, you know, one of our younger cohorts, he does not understand. We had a conversation. He got in a little trouble. And when he explained this story to me, you know what I'm saying, I gave him my explanation, and he couldn't understand my explanation. So what I want to try to do is hopefully get some of our viewers to comment, and we can get these comments so we can get different views on the story. Because, see, now the story is he has a young lady friend who his parental units, I won't say they're not too fond of, but there have been some misgivings, I guess, some situations that weren't too correct going on. So now the thing was, whenever you see this person again, or when y'all decide that y'all want to go out, the next time y'all get ready to go out, we need to speak to her and her parents before that happens. So he says, okay, fine, that's the rules, that's the rules. He decides to go out that next week, tells his parents he's going out with a different young lady.
My girl got a girlfriend.
And which is fine. They're going to go to the movies. His parents drop him off at the movies. To his bad luck, when his parents are on the way out the door, they see the young girl who he is not supposed to be going out with coming into the place where they're going to the movies. Parents real calm about it. Not like my parents. They didn't come in and embarrass him or anything. They kept on going to the house, left it alone. But when they picked him up, went off. Hey, who would you say you was going to the movies with? He gives, we're going to say the one he's not supposed to be going with is Thought A. The one he went with is Thought B.
It's the best friend of Thought B.
Wait. Thought B is the one he went with. Thought A is who he's not supposed to be going with. So when his mom and dad ask him, you know what I'm saying, who he was with, he tells them Thought B.
You see how he looking at you like, nigga, that ain't the right story.
he was with Thought B. So then,
look how he looking at me like,
so now the thing is, why was Thought A there? Come to find out, Thought B is Thought A's best friend. So when he invites Thought B, she invites.
Confusing. All these thoughts.
I can't call them the young girls, so I don't want to be too disrespectful with them and calling them bitches and hoes and shit like that. So.
Can we say Skeezer and Thought?
Well, they too young.
No, you know what?
Skeezer.
Yeah, Skeezer is an old school Thought.
Yeah, Skeezer's old. Yeah, they ain't got that, the Skeezer yet. So now, come to find out, Thought B and Thought A are best friends. So now what I was trying to let him know was he's guilty of lying to his parents because when he invited Thought B, who was the best friend of Thought A, he should have known that she was going to tell Thought A. His thing is, no, I didn't know she was coming or whatever. When we get to the movies, both of them just there with him. So in essence, he went on a date with Thought A, who he wasn't supposed to go on a date with.
And now, this is my theory. Now, I was there. Not
You
at
was
the
at the movies?
not the movies.
It was a double date?
I was there at the conversation part about Thought A a couple weeks before that.
Before, okay.
And it was never told that he couldn't go with Thought.
No, it was told before you go.
Because of some discrepancies.
We need to talk to somebody.
Because of some discrepancies that happened before, and I understand it. My thing is this: we know how this person's parent is with certain situations. So, in my thing and my theory is this: this young man didn't want to deal with that. So the young man was like, "All right, I'm gonna go out with such and such. So once your friend comes, so they can think that I'm going with the friend." And that this how I feel. And the friend and Thought B, no, Thought A is the original one, right? Right. So he's like, "I'm gonna go out with Thought B, and then we're gonna play this because I don't want the father to say something." So Thought B, Thought A called Thought B, so like, "Hey, let's do this because I want to go with him too." And they went there, and then the mama was like, she seen him. But see, didn't say nothing like you said, the thing is, and it messed up his whole game.
The thing is, you making it seem like he intentionally.
No, that's how I feel.
But honestly, I don't think he did. But what I was trying to get through to him is, even if his intention wasn't to have Thought A there, he's guilty because of the fact she showed up. You know what I'm saying? Because she showed up. So even if he's innocent, that's like me telling you that I'm not screwing this certain girl. But every time you see us, you know what I'm saying, she's always with me. She's in my face or whatever. So your perception is your reality.
Yeah, y'all fucking.
You know what I'm saying? So no matter what I tell you, something's going on there. So like no matter what he says in that situation, it was his bad luck that she was at the same movie theater and that his parent happened to see her. That's his bad luck on that. I don't think he intentionally invited her, but I don't think he was upset that she showed up.
I think first, and then the parent got mad because they was like, "You actually going with the best friend of Thought A." Why?
Because she a thought.
Here's what I believe. I believe that this was a poorly thought out plan. Mm-hmm. I do believe that there was intention to see Thought A. Mm-hmm. I do believe that the plan backfired once the guardian that was dropping the young man off actually had to exit
the same door that Thought A was coming in.
No, exit the vehicle. Because I believe that the young man was under the impression that the parent was just going to drop him off and leave.
Which normally happens.
When the parent had to actually get out of the vehicle because she had some business to take care of in the mall, and she just so happened to bump into the girl, that threw the plan off. Because without the parent getting out the vehicle, this plan works.
Yeah.
If the parent doesn't get out the vehicle, this plan works. I believe that it's entirely too much of a coincidence that Thought A showed up and you had no clue. You had no clue until she got there. I don't buy it. Even if it is the truth, as a parent, you're lying. It's too much of a coincidence. Too much of a coincidence. I mean, and to be honest, what really makes me not believe it is the fact that Thought A and you are supposed to not be dealing with each other. Not because your parent says you can't, but because you guys went through your little puppy love quarrel and y'all not talking to each other no more. So it's not even your girlfriend no more. But Thought B shows up. Thought B is Thought A's best friend. Thought A doesn't have a problem with you going to the show with Thought B, and that's her best friend.
That's what it
all three of y'all showed up together, and it was just one big happy get together.
Hey, they do a lot of swinging nowadays.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. To me, I just think it was a poorly thought out plan. However, I do applaud the young man because he is going down with this plan. Ain't nobody gonna know the truth but the black box. I mean, this is a sinking ship, and my man ain't getting off. And that I applaud.
Maybe we can get Thought A on the show and ask her.
I will not stand for that. I'm not standing for that.
You don't think you don't want to talk to Thought A?
No, I don't want to talk to Thought A. I don't want to talk to Thought B. I don't want to talk to the young man about it no more. I don't want to talk to the young man about it no more because I felt like we was close enough to where you could come to me and tell me the truth.
Yep.
And for me not to get the truth from the young man.
You got his truth. You got the truth that he needed to put out.
I got the truth. And you know what? To an extent, I actually respect that. Because I honestly feel that, you know, the truth that was put out there, you can't change that now. So if you're going to tell something, stick to it.
Fuck that.
I respect that. I respect that.
I want to know why? Because we are the relationship that we have. You should be comfortable enough to know we gonna laugh at your ass, but we ain't the guardians. We just don't laugh.
With that being said,
you should be able to come to us.
With that being said, for this young man to be able to stick to whatever it was that
it's commendable.
He told, I gotta tip my hat to it,
it's
man.
It's commendable.
I gotta tip my hat to it because what that tells me is that when it comes down to it, if anything happened with him, he ain't never telling.
Look,
at all.
You know what all that saying? I'm not telling on no more in this town.
He ain't telling on nobody. My man not telling on himself.
But I
ain't giving you no rip there,
because when I come back,
I'm still.
She was still at the mall with her.
But you know what? I kind of also I equate that to.
Hey, he look like you want to whoop my ass. I like just after smoking the blunt.
I kind of equate that also to almost teenage arrogance. It's almost the way I look at it is because it's such a blatant lie. In my eyes, it's such a blatant lie. It's almost like Catch Me If You Can. You know what I mean?
Leonardo DiCaprio at you?
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, okay, yeah, you know, I know I'm lying.
It's like they said, hey, the burden is on you to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt.
And to be totally honest, there is no way to prove
Guess
that
what?
This story is inaccurate.
That's what I try to get through to some of the younger kids these days, and that's what when I was telling them the story is the fact that when I talked to them for the brief time, parents don't have to prove shit. They don't have the burden of proof. It's just whatever I think. So at this point, guess what? I think your ass telling a lie. No, but you can't prove. I know. I don't give a fuck about proving it or not. That's my thought. So you're gonna get trouble for my thought.
Of course, in the court of your mama and daddy, whatever mama and daddy decide is, whatever they decide is right, wrong, indifferent, you are on the short end of that stick.
Kids need to understand when you're in the home or your parents, it is not a democracy. It is a dictatorship.
Of course.
You need to do.
Well, I mean, I think that all depends on the household you're in.
But you know what I mean. But you know what I mean when I say that, though.
Yeah. But not all houses are dictatorships. Not all houses. Now, we can look at situations like this young man, and we could also look at situations like the young man that was caught on camera in Baltimore calling himself trying to ride. And his mama whooped his ass.
That's a dictatorship.
Yeah. That's a dictatorship. But you can look on the other end of the spectrum where parents reason with their children. That's not a dictatorship. That's a democracy.
But let the parent don't agree and say you still gonna do it.
I don't think that in certain houses, because I've worked with and almost I could say I've grown up with some people who have not had that same structure in their household. That their parents are more along the lines of, I want to be your friend and not that guidance.
Fuck that. I'm in a dictatorship.
Of course, this is the way we were raised. Right. But I've been around children. I've worked with a lot of white people. And I don't want to just put this on white people because there are some black people, but you find this more in white homes where white parents feel as though my child is a person, so I'm going to treat them as a person. Not to say black people don't treat their children as people, but it's more along the lines of, in black houses, it's I'm an adult, you're a child, stay in a child's place. In white people's houses, in most white people's houses, it's we're both humans, we're both equal. So it's not okay for me to say something and you not be able to do or say the same things that I do.
Unless you're born in the South, because them South white folks.
And I don't want to group all white people. I don't want to group all white people, but you will find this in the vast majority of white homes.
Yeah, I mean, you find in some black homes where they reason. We have a family member who reasons with their kids, and his reasoning is he does not discipline. Like when I say discipline, I mean like hit the kids
with a stern hand.
Well, he doesn't hit them, and his reasoning for that was because of slavery. He said because when we were in slavery, that white people used whipping us to keep us in line, and so he wasn't gonna do that to his kids. And that was his reasoning for that. So everything with his kids, he talks to them about everything. You know what I'm saying? And he reasons with them about everything.
I don't have a problem with talking to your child, especially because not everything warrants a whooping. And to be honest, some of the more serious things don't warrant a whooping. A lot of the stupid things are the things that warrant whoopings. The serious situations, I believe, warrant serious conversations with your children.
Because you need to understand why you did. Well, I need to know why you did what you did.
I've told my children that whipping them is not going to stop them from doing what it is, whatever they did. It's not going to deter them from doing whatever they did. If they want to do it, they're going to do it. My whole thought in that is the reason that I will whip a kid is because as a parent, you want to feel like you're doing something to
Keep them in line.
To teach your kid to keep them in line. And in all actuality, at that point, whipping is just to make me feel good about being a parent, make me feel like I've done something. And so when you go to that point and I put my hands on you, I'm not putting my hands on you. And I'll honestly, I'm not putting my hands on you thinking, okay, it's going to make you a better person. It's going to stop you from doing this or something like that. I'm putting my hands on you to make myself feel better about the situation. Because at some point, there was a breakdown in me teaching you or you saying, or me bringing you up, whereas you would make that mistake. So now I have to soothe myself. And the only thing I can do now is to reach out and touch you and say, okay, now I've done something to parent him in this way, to let him know that I was, or let him or her know that I was unhappy with what they did. The whooping is not for you. It's totally for me.
It's therapeutic for you.
Yes. It makes me feel...
Even though you might go out there and do that shit.
Because guess what? No matter what it is, in all honesty, unless you're dealing with a 8-year-old or a 9-year-old, you know what I'm saying, something like that, once they kind of hit that preteen age, they already kind of got their characteristics built up. So no matter what you do, they're going to keep on that path. I mean, you're not going to veer them away from that.
I disagree.
Trust me, I've had those conversations, especially when teenagers.
I believe that, but I think. Okay, so we're changing this conversation to when have they gone too far to reel back in?
Yeah.
I don't believe that the preteen stage, or I don't believe that at that point they're too far gone to bring them back in. I think. Once you've hit, I think at 16, 17, I think that's the point where it's like, okay, this is who you are regardless of what I say, do, whatever. I think at that point, yeah, but I still think at 12, even 13, you can pull them back.
You can still steer. I don't think there's really any pulling them back. I think there's some, you can still kind of steer them at that. And that's only if you've laid a great foundation in the beginning too. You can't be a halfway parent, and it's not to try to talk about it, but you can't be that in and out, you know what I'm saying, like in the young days where we're going to be friends most of the time, and then
you can't do that.
Now I'm going to jump and be a parent for this one day. That foundation has to be laid. So then when they do hit those preteen years, it can be that, okay, no, this is what you need to do. When I was growing up, and I'm not saying like I'm the best person here, but I think I was raised really good. But the thing is, I always had that fear that my mom was crazy. A lot of stuff that I didn't do on the street now, and I've done a lot of shit. But some of the things that I just didn't do, it was because of the fact, like, man, I can't do that. My mama would kill me.
And that was my thought process behind everything that any of my friends tried to get me to do as a child.
Yeah.
My father was not having it.
Yep.
Yeah,
There was nothing that... my friends would do stupid shit. Go to the store and steal suckers. Stupid shit like that. Get away with it all the time. Little dumb shit that you got money in your pocket, but you just don't want to pay for it. There was no way I get called a lame for this all the time. I never ditched a class in high school. Never.
Yeah, you're the lame.
Yeah,
I never ditched a class in high school.
I never went to a class. Shit.
I never, not one class. I never
people.
ditched. The reason I never ditched class was because
because of me.
The suburbs, no. Because the suburbs that we went to and the school that I went to, it had robocalls. And the robocalls didn't come at 2 o'clock when they knew your parents weren't at home. The robocalls came damn near when you was in the bed. 8 o'clock, 7:30, 9 o'clock at night. And I knew if my mother or father picked up that robocall, that was it for me. I mean, I was already on a short leash as a teenager. Like any and every small thing I did, I was on punishment, or my dad was just down my throat about it. So let me not be doing what I'm supposed to do in school. He was gonna kill me. I always had that fear, regardless of whatever it was. My friends, from stupid shit teenagers do, like smoking weed. I never smoked weed. The first time I smoked weed, I was 14 years old. It was like some of the dumbest shit in the world. But it was early in the morning. I knew I wasn't going to be around my parents for another 12 hours before so I was cool on that. But like dumb shit like my friends would do, like go to parties and get drunk, then go straight home. I can't do, I was too afraid of doing shit like that.
My thing was, on one hand, like my pops, I was afraid of my pops. I mean, if you listen, I thought my pops hated me growing up. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I got to an adult that I knew, okay, he was just tough love, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We like the best buddies right now. I mean,
I think that's an Applewhite thing.
Yeah, because I swore my pops hated me. My mom, and it was reversed. I knew my mom loved me, and I just did not want to disappoint my mom. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to disappoint her. I didn't want to embarrass my mom. So anything like, when I say I was not I won't say I wasn't a bad kid, but I was nowhere close to a good kid.
Well, for me, it was a little different because I came from a situation where I had a lot of freedom at early teenage years, and then let me try to rephrase that. I had freedom as far as like I had to be an adult in a sense where I had to help raise my brother. I have another brother outside of the three here, everybody, and I stayed with my mother for the for the first half of my life. And my daddy always there. My daddy was there with me and all that. And I say I have another brother from the ones y'all know.
No.
You said 3.
I
said I have 3 brothers.
You said I have another brother besides the 3 here.
Oh, besides the 2, well, I count you as a brother too, you know that.
Oh, okay.
Because you've been around,
Oh, shit!
So that's just all. You know that. Yeah. That is just, you know how that go. So, I had a little more responsibility, so I had to act a little more like an adult. Only time I didn't really have to be an adult was when I came, with my fathers on the weekends, holidays, Christmases, every time. Anytime I was with my daddy, I was able to be like a kid. So a little situation happened where I had to permanently move with my father, permanently. And the transition for me was a little different because I had a sense of freedom. I didn't have to tell anybody where I was going. I get to get up and go do what I wanted to do. I wasn't necessarily a bad kid or anything in that sense, but it was like I had that free range to pretty much, hey, I'm out of here. Or I got to raise my brother, I got to do this. So when I got a curfew the first time, I thought that was like, what the hell is this? And you got to make sure you show me your grades and this. And it was a big shock. And I don't think a lot of people understand it was a huge shock coming from one extreme to another extreme. Because first I'm like, man, I'm on the weekend, I'm dead, the was cool, kicking it. Christmas is kicking it, that's why I come kicking. And then it's like, you hit every day now. You need to tell me where you going. It ain't just I'm outside. You need to tell me where you going, and this is where your ass need to come in. And I got cocky like, I always respected my father, that's why I would never talk back to him in that sense.
He beat your ass.
That's a big dude. So I was coming up. And I'm short and frail at the time. But it was like, you get that, I got that arrogance was like, in my head, I'm like, fuck I need to call in for? I've been doing this since I was 6 years old, literally. Been doing shit like this since I was 6. You need to, whatever. And it got to the point to where I just got real cocky. I started taking advantage of that.
I don't think it's I'm not to say that it's not you, but I think the fact that it's I want to say teenagers on a whole.
Yeah, but you come from that extreme though, where you didn't have to answer for nothing.
I know teenagers who have to answer, and I know teenagers who've been answering their whole life, and you still ask them a question, and they give you that. Why the fuck I got to give you that? You know what I'm saying?
But it wasn't like that with I said during the weekend stuff. Wasn't like that.
That's because guess what? Right. That's that weekend thing.
Right.
And as a dad, you know what I'm saying? It's a battle.
Right, and I don't have that battle now.
It's a battle within yourself about how you want to discipline your kid, how much freedom you want to get him. Because like I only get him for this certain amount of time. I want him to love me just like he loves his mom. Because they get that unconditional. The mom gets that unconditional. And so like no matter what the mom does, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week, she's sticking with that love. But when he comes to your house, if you have to be the hammer all the time, you know what I'm saying, you kind of afraid that when they get to the point where they can choose for themselves that they're not going to want to come over there and be with you. So if it's just that weekend pops thing, you kind of give them a little more rope. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that like if they was with you all the time where you be like, you better sit your ass down. You kind of more so be like, all right, well look, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? You easier on them when it's just a weekend thing because you want to be loved, man. You want them to choose you basically. That's what it is. At the end of the day, you want them when they get to that 17-year-old age, or that 16 in their teenage years where it's going to be trouble anyway. You want them to choose you. You don't want them to be like, man, look, I ain't trying to go over that dude going to be trying to make me do this. And I got to go over there and wash the dishes and take out the garbage, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be able to go kick it with my boy because he going to want to know who I'm with and everything. And
that was like you said, that was a big shock for me. But I thank the Lord that my daddy, like, I really realized the power of that hand. My dad, dude, because look, my dad is the coolest dude in the world.
When you grown,
after I got through that teenage spot we had when I was like 19 and all that, we had one big thing when I was about 19, And then we had a little something at 25 where after that one at 25, it was almost like he was like, all right, he grown. I'm still your daddy, nigga. I'll still get your ass. But it's like, all right, he grown. And
but I'm telling you, from the
totally
outside,
it was always cool.
Your father is one of the coolest cats
Oh, yeah.
walking. To me, always, because there's a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? But you got I've been around with his children. It's just the fact. I mean, look, I got to be this way.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be strict enough on him at this point. But once you get to what he deems, okay, you're a man, it's peaches and cream after
Mm-hmm.
that.
I can definitely attest to that because I was in the same boat as Smoke. Like, I did not believe my father liked me at all. He was so rough on me when I was a child. I thought like he hated me. Like, I was as a kid, like I was really sensitive too. So like, all I ever wanted from my parents was approval. You know what I mean? All you ever wanted was approval. So the minute that anytime you felt, I guess, resistance, like my dad, like if he yelled at me, I would like ball up, like, you know what I mean? And it was like he would get so angry with me and do like some of the most the meanest shit to me, dude. Like my dad was, and it was never like an abuse type thing. Well, you could probably look at it like a mental abuse, but it was never physical.
It was take out this. Watch this. Like watch this. I remember he like,
nah,
make him take out this.
Your dad used to fuck because he used to be on shit like, man, hey, why we be sitting there, he like, watch this. Jamarcus, what? Get your ass up here. Why you ain't do such? I'm like, man, why you bothering him? I ain't fucked with him today. So.
Yeah.
But as I got older and once I graduated high school, like I don't know if it was just like my graduation day, things changed.
I changed from being the best one to him being the best one. No, I'm messing with
that shit there, bro. But nah, I mean, you know what I think, and when you say like you wanted approval, I can't say that I looked for approval in the house because we always had. I just honestly thought my daddy hated me, and you know, as we talked, I have sociopathic tendencies.
No, you're a sociopath.
No, yeah, you are.
I have tendencies.
Okay.
And,
you just ain't
tomato.
I think at one point, you know what I'm saying, I got to the point where it's like, okay, fuck you. If you don't like me, fuck you.
And you know, I think I never got to that point. I look at myself and I feel like I always.
I love my dad.
I know there's no question in that. But my thing was, I don't think I could ever get to the point where it's like, fuck it, if you ain't fucking with me, I ain't gonna fuck with you now with my parents. You know
no, you know I can't get like that because of how I am with family. But it was the
right.
fact
But it was
my mom loves us so much, even though she crazy. Like we say, my mom's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I got enough right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when my pops, he didn't come in. Like my pops was different from yours. Like your daddy would come in and just fuck with you. My dad wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? My dad would do stuff like just not fuck around with you, period.
Those days happen too.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
there would be days where it would be me and my dad in the house and nothing would be said.
Nothing would be said, you know what I'm saying?
Between the two of us.
You
like,
come, only thing he would say, like if I didn't wash the dishes or some shit, you know, he'd say, hey, why these dishes ain't washed? But like conversation wise, when I was a shorty, there was no real conversation.
No conversation.
You know what I'm saying? He would come in and if I done got in trouble and my mom went in on me, he walk in the door, he jumped right in, and it's like, dude, hold on, man, you don't even know what happened. You might be on my team. Why are you hitting me like you mad? You know what I'm saying? You don't know what happened. You cannot possibly be upset with me. You don't know what happened.
Like, why you even choosing sides right now? Like, you
but,
don't even know what happened.
You wasn't even here.
So, but soon as like,
but that's that united front.
What happened? I graduated high school. We graduated high school, you know, we went different directions. My mom and dad and my brother and sister went one way. I moved to a different spot. And it was just cool. I think what happened was he just realized that I was a fool. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when I say my dad, I thought he hated me too. I mean, someone telling me wrong. I know I push his buttons because I would fuck with dude. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's what me and you different because I never did that.
But you know, I
know my dad's personality. See, the thing with my dad,
go ahead.
He's so docile. Where you know what I'm saying? With like, my mom holds a grudge. I get that from my mom. So like, if you do something to my mom right now, and she can't put hands on you now, a week later, if she can get hands on you, you still gonna get that. My pops, if you do something to him right now and he can't put hands on you, 5 minutes later, that shit dead. So, like, I would do shit like be out of arm's reach, you know what I'm saying? Stand across the room and just say silly shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, he give you that look and it's like, all right, don't fucking do it no more. Let me go outside and kick it, you know what I'm saying? Come back later and, you know, you side up to him, make sure, you know, you test it out. Oh, he cool? Well, what's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? And so...
I used to do dumb shit, though, man. Like, my dad used to have fly-ass clothes. Flyest clothes. And I used to hate the fucking clothes.
This nigga just say fly.
Yes, he did. The flyest.
The flyest clothes. Remember them Delft jackets, the little foam Delft jackets and shit like that back in the day?
Oh, no.
Yeah, them foam and them towels. These fresh ass shit, G. And I was a little dude, right? I used to hate wearing the fucking clothes. I used to hate fucking flannel shirts. Always flannel fucking shirts we used to get. Remember flannel shirts? Hate them flannel shirts.
I think that was an Apple statement.
What the fuck we look like damn lumberjacks? We from Inglewood. Why the hell we look like lumberjacks?
I used to like my flannel shit.
I hate that flannel. And my dad used to get all that fresh shit that Tommy Boy, Tommy used to wear, motherfucker.
This nigga said Tommy Boy?
All that stuff. He used to get all that
what did you do?
Right. He used to get all that fresh shit. So I would do, I was like, you know what? He gonna buy me some, because in my mind I was thinking he gonna buy me this clothes, because you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wear his shit. It's because my daddy had to wear a uniform to work. So I would get his clothes, I'll iron them, I'm my dumb ass cuffing the iron the cuff. So they can stay in there, right? Because I'm short. And they big, but you know back then you went that clothes, big bag ass clothes early mid-90s. Wear them to school. You want my clothes? Nope. I ain't want nothing. Why I got to cuff them? I don't know. You be cuffing your pants all the time. You know how you be cutting them and stuff? You cuff them and cut them, and you make them in the shorts there. That's what you probably did that. And one day, neighbor downstairs caught me with that shit. And I thought he was going to really go off on me, but he did. He just like, just don't touch my shit no more.
That's
the first time I felt fear for my dad, because I thought he was going to really get in my ass.
Oh, did you know when I felt fear for my dad? Growing up, I used to shoot dice, and my mom knew I shoot dice. I'm a really good dice shooter. My pops had called me once and was like, "Hey, I want you shooting dice no more," because for a minute my pops had a thing with gambling, so he would go to the racetrack and all that there. So once he finally kind of look, that shit ain't what you need to do. I guess he didn't want me falling through that, so he was like, "Hey, I don't want you shooting dice. Let me catch you doing that more." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, okay, whatever." And so what we used to do is, I know what time you get out work, I would be at my crib shooting dice or whatever, and
in the basement.
Yeah. And what my mom would do is, hey, she would hit the stairs like, "Hey, your daddy on his way home," you know what I'm saying? Or your daddy done pulled up. She would give us a little lookout. We shooting dice one day and my mom wasn't there, and I talk shit. I'm in the middle of a circle of guys, and I'm talking shit. You know, I got so much money in my hand, I can't close my fist. You know what I'm saying? That's how much money I got in my hand. But I'm down in the circle with my head down, and I'm shooting dice. I'm talking, "Man, get your money down here on the wood. Give me that shit. Yeah, don't do this. Oh, no, why y'all doing this here? Shut up, whatever. Oh, there you go, 7-Eleven. Give me that. And all of a sudden, you know, people talking. It just got quiet. And I'm still talking shit. Now, don't get quiet.
That's
now.
how I want them TV
Get your
shows.
money down. Don't get quiet now. And one of my guys standing on me, he keeps saying, "Smoke. Smoke." And I'm like, "What the fuck you call him a name for? Don't call him a name. Give me that damn money. Give me that money." And he like, "Smoke." And I look up, "What?" And I looked at him, and I just saw his look. And I'm like, "Shit." And when I turned my head, my pops was standing there. You talk about, my heart wasn't even in my body no more. And I swear, I think the only thing saved me was the amount of money I had in my hand. Because I looked at the cat and I couldn't say nothing, man. I teared up and shit. All the guys around me froze. And all he said, he was like, "I thought I told you I didn't want you shooting dice." And all I could say was, "Yeah."
That's scared. Yeah, you did.
All I could say. And he was like, "I don't want to tell you that no more." I'm okay. Y'all got to go. Everybody left. Dude that say nothing else about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, did they take your money?
Nah.
Oh, great.
All the rest of the day, man, I'm terrified, dude. I'm like, I'm walking up the stairs.
Because you think something gonna happen.
I just know he finna fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? Only time I ever really felt fear from my pops, dude. That was the only time. I snuck around the house for like that whole day. I'm talking to my mom like, "Man, he alright. You know what I'm saying?
And your dad got that soft voice. He be like,
you know what I'm saying? That's even scarier. When you know a person's mad and they don't raise their voice, it's like real low.
Because I ain't never heard your dad raise his voice. Always got that calm,
I ain't really never heard him raise his voice either.
But that's the scary one, though. That's got that calm, collective voice.
After that, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we had no more dice games in my house, though.
You know, I played ball with your daddy one time and he raised his voice, but not like yelling.
Just laughing and shit.
Yeah,
when he happened. I played ball with him and I got mad as hell because I was a sucker.
And then he's always tell me, you know, I played for dumb ball.
And the thing about it, I was a sucker. I don't even say I was a traitor. Cause, you know, I did. I was out there playing ball. You know what I'm saying? We playing a little 2-on-2. My pops come out there and was like, man, he was gonna play, and me. My sucker ass picked somebody else. I didn't pick my pops. You know what I'm saying? I picked the dude we got out there 6 feet tall. Give me my man Cleo, you know what I'm saying? And I'm threw my pops on my other dude team. We gonna play y'all, they beat our ass. You know what I'm saying? My dad down there killing the 6
Your daddy had a cool layup.
That cat, dude, I'm gonna tell you, man, my daddy is 5'6". I put my man 6 feet on him, he beat his ass. So I'm like, how you letting him score on you? Why you gonna let him get the rebound? All the time I'm mad because I didn't pick my dad over dude, you know what I'm saying? And we getting our ass whooped out there, man. And shit, and he laughing all the time. You know what I'm saying? He doing shit. You too little to stick me. I'm like, man, I'm going off for this one. Your big tall ass, you worthless, man. Come on, I gotta go home with him after this. I gotta hear these stories.
He gonna feed you and tell you a story.
Man, he gonna tell us about how he whooped our ass. Man. He still tell that story to this day, man. I hate to hear that shit. I'm like an arrogant ass kid.
Now, have you ever stepped to your dad?
We're not gonna tell that story.
I never had a situation where I had real like fear, like my dad was finna whoop my ass. I never really had a real fear of that. It was the fact that I knew he could. Mm-hmm. So any and everything was out the window.
I attribute that to how I used to act when I was a teenager. I attribute to that. I think
not my inner feelings.
But I think you were like, shit, I know this nigga fucking up. Let me make sure I keep my shit on.
You know what? I don't think brothers take that in consideration.
I did.
Because my little brother, after shit he saw us go through, he still was fucking up.
I didn't. My whole thing was
the whole freshman just fucking off.
Yeah, see, my whole thing was I just felt like he did not like me. So if he did have to get to the point that he was gonna put his hands on me, it wasn't gonna be
come out. Ooh.
It wasn't gonna be like, oh, this my son. Let me pull back. You know what I'm saying?
Some nigga on the street,
right? When I tell you, like, I really felt like my father did not like me, like at all. I mean, like I used to tell him that all the time. We have family members that probably still think to this day that he don't like me. You know what I mean? Like but as I got older, like I said, and once I graduated, became a man, I understood where it was coming from. It was tough love. You don't want your young man to grow up to be soft, or not necessarily soft, but you don't want him to grow up thinking that
sweet things are sweet.
Right, you know what I mean? You want him to understand the trials and tribulations of being a man, understanding that everything not going to always go your way.
It's like practice for something, it's for a sport. You always say, like, with football with the kids, I tell them practice is supposed to be harder than the game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and in the house, like with my little brother, I used to beat his ass at the house. And everybody asks, why you jump on your brother all the time? I say, because I don't want it to happen on the street. You know what I'm saying? He get this at home. He going to understand how this is. We ain't got to worry about this in the street. And I think it was the same thing with your pops. Like, okay, he's going to be rough as hell for him here. So then when he get out and have to do this on his own, it's going to be a piece of cake. He going to breeze through this shit. You know what I'm saying? It instills certain things. But I don't know if that works in the dynamic of children we have now.
I think it does. But I don't think the parents are the same now. I think that's the difference. The parents aren't the same as they were then. I think the same, because honestly, the same rhetoric is what you went through. Me and you are for two different generations, but our situation was pretty much similar, with the exception my mom wasn't as ride or die as yours. Like, she wasn't. My mom was actually the one that went after my daddy would whoop my ass, I'd go to her and get, patted up. You know what I mean? Like, my mom wasn't the one to really sick my daddy on me. You know what I mean? But as far as
my mama, her favorite line, "You get him, Paul."
But the parenting technique, I don't think it's wrong. I just think that that technique is, I guess, now you could almost say obsolete.
It's because of the laws and everything that's going on. I attribute to that. You can't damn near even look at your kid a certain way no more.
That I won't subscribe to, because I think it goes back to that fear. You know what I mean? It goes back to that fear. Because regardless of what your parents do, with me, I never thought about calling DCFS. I never thought about calling the police or none of that shit. None of that ever crossed my mind. It was never.
Man, I got in trouble over that shit, and it wasn't even me.
What?
We stayed over there in the land,
Okay.
and we outside talking. Now I'm talking to the neighbor, and one of the twins, talking to him. We don't know my mom is in the window. And I didn't bring it up. We talking like, man, didn't y'all get in trouble yesterday? I was like, yeah, I did such and such, such and such. And my mom went in, and he was like, man, she really got y'all. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. He like, well, I got the number DCFS. You can call on that. And just soon as he said it, and mind you, I didn't say nothing. Soon as he said that, we just hear a voice. And I'm going to kill him before they get here. And I'm like, see, man, now I got to go in the crib to this. You know what I'm saying?
You can't hang out with him, though. I don't like him.
You know what? My mom was not that type.
No.
My mom was not that type. She wasn't the type to tell you can't hang out with, because my mom believed the fact that, man, you got your own mind. And if you got to do something because that person did it, that means you just wanted that ass beat because of that. I mean, you couldn't come to our house and be like, oh, I did this because of this person. Or I got in trouble because of that person. Nah, we didn't raise you like that. You can hang out with whoever you want to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? But you got your own mind. So if you can't make your own decisions, then you can't hang out with nobody. Period. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to pick and choose your friends. But if we have to pick and choose your friends, then you have no friends.
You ain't got no friends. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can stay here at the house.
Remember when my boy bike got stolen? We all got our ass whooped.
That story is a lot more than your boy bike getting stolen.
His bike got stolen.
Yeah, but
that's how we wouldn't have got caught.
First of all, we didn't get our ass whooped.
No, we didn't.
I
got on punishment.
We got in trouble. It was more to that though.
Okay, real quick story. We riding our bikes. My brother, and to this day, I still say that he should have never got in trouble because he had to follow. Because he had to follow me. He have a choice. We riding our bikes. We all the way around 90th and Ashland. We ride it all the way. This is my freshman year. Ride it all the way over east, like around.
Pause right there. That's why we got in trouble.
Cause I don't think we could have rode our bikes anyway. I think we could have rode our bikes anyway.
No, we could not have.
I was that kid.
No business being our ass where we
never had to say you couldn't go over there. That was my thing.
He said y'all didn't have established boundaries.
Right, we didn't.
Yeah.
We did.
I had established boundaries at that age. My ass wasn't supposed to go off the block.
You know what I'm saying? You had to stay on that one.
But if he with me, everything is cool.
So we thought.
Evidently not.
So we thought, right.
So we riding. I got a dude, small dude, who I ended up having to whip his ass later on because he was messing with my brother like a year or two later. And we get all the way by my high school because I went to South Shore at the time. Some dudes, and I got friends that are real tall. They look older and bigger than what they were. And I'm the shortest one there.
They look bigger than what they were?
At the time, when we was like 14, they were big, and they looked older.
Yeah,
they were like 6. He was like 6 something.
Yeah, he was like
David 15, was 5'11".
And he was like 6'3" or some shit like that. These was big dudes, you know what I'm saying? For the age that they were, they was big dudes.
I'm 5'4" now. At the time,
it didn't mean shit.
So look, I'm just saying. So I surround myself with big bodyguards, like my dude. I only had to come out and show myself if I had to. We get over there, guys playing basketball. They say, "Oh, I guess we look sweet to get the bikes from, right? Oh yeah, we about to get them." Dudes stopped playing ball. We all went way on the other side of 76th Street. They get off from playing the bike. Hey, come here. I'm like, they come running us. Try to take our bikes. I'm riding. The first thing instant, you riding.
When you hear a motherfucker say, hey, come here, let me holler at you.
You about to go.
Take the fuck off.
Look, I take off. I'm on my mama bike now, right? And don't be like, try to mess with me because it's my mama bike. It was a manly looking bike.
Your mama driving a man bike?
At the time, it was just like, it was a guy's 10-speed bike.
Was your mama kind of man?
Shut up. He talking about your mama too. So anyway, you ain't gonna say nothing. So anyway, we out, right? And I ran into a car, but I didn't hurt myself. Got up. Guy tried to take the bike. So I fight. I'm gonna fight. If I'm there, I'm fighting. I'm boom boom. You ain't taking this bike. I don't give a fuck if I fucked it up. You ain't taking it. Fight. My boy Keith, he big. He's standing there holding his bike, and they just hitting him. Keith is like. push dude off of, so they stopped fucking with him. My boy David, he fighting, but my boy Mike at the time, David, rest in peace, man. But my boy Mike at the time, they taking it, crying and whooping his ass. Took his bike. We don't see him no more.
Yeah. That shit. That nigga turned into David Blaine. They took his bike. It was like, soon as they took his bike, that nigga just disappeared.
Like, we don't know
Nobody
where he
knew
went.
what the fuck happened to him.
All we know is they didn't take our bikes. They didn't take my brother. One of them tried to grab him. I got the dude off my brother, whipped his ass.
And man, all this shit happened. It was sunny outside.
Like, yeah, sunny.
It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So after this shit happened, this nigga that disappeared, we still kicking it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So we go to my boy. Look, we go to my boy David. Hey, I got a cousin stay over here on South Chicago, whatever. So we go over there and see his auntie. Now, mind you, I can't really ride my bike because the wheel is messed up. The front wheel. So we feel good. Like, they ain't take our shit. We ain't thinking about what Michael went, right? I gotta walk my bike all the way from 76 and South Shore Drive. I mean, South Shore, from Yates
to
all the way to 90th and Ashland. But we don't care because we kicking it. Jay ride his bike, Keith got his bike, David got his. We kicking it though. Riding. We get back 6 o'clock. We in front of my boy house.
It was after 6.
No, this was about 6 or 7.
Dark.
It wasn't dark yet. It wasn't dark all the way yet.
Was.
It was on its way being dark. Because it was still the summertime.
It was dark because we could see the red and blue lights from, we was damn near 3 blocks away and we saw the red and blue lights.
We ain't know what, it was like, damn, something.
Y'all house?
No, that's we stayed behind my boy on Justine on 90th. We ain't know what it was for. We was just riding. We see police like, where everybody at Keith's house? And then we see Michael on the porch crying still. And my daddy say, I'm going to beat y'all ass.
First words out.
First words. And then, I down there pissed off myself. I'm like, what? Why? And all I kept saying, because y'all, it wasn't even that we went over there. Because my boy decided, I got my bike stolen. So his father stayed around that area. So he went to his daddy's house. And his daddy took him back home. And they called the police. So I said, until I got older, you realize that. I was like, this nigga snitch. We got in trouble because that motherfucker because he didn't know how to fight. But he got his bike stolen.
You know what though? This conversation kind of comes back full circle to
that's arrogance.
Yeah, that was
arrogance, but also being a teenager and not understanding where we went wrong. Because honestly, up until I was old enough to really analyze the situation, I didn't believe we did anything wrong. Looking back at the situation, we had no business having our ass all the way over there. But as a child, it's like, hey, we just outside riding our bikes. What the fuck? Why would we? Why would we get in trouble for that?
And you know what?
He got his bike stolen. We okay? Why are we in trouble?
And you know what? It was all my idea. I said, hey, y'all, let's go by my school.
But
because I'm like,
as children, we didn't think about it like that. We was looking at it like, nigga, we just riding our bike. And now, as adults, we see what we went wrong. And
then I'm thinking back, and I think when at like a year or two later, when he messed with my brother, I think that
when I went bike stole.
Yeah, he was messing with my brother. I'm gonna tell a story. You tell a story better than I can.
Well, Mike was what, 4 years older than me? 4 years older than me. Mike was cool. Mike was real cool with the family. He was a cool dude. You know what I mean? And I guess this day my brother, Papa Gay wasn't around, and Mike never really fucked with me like that when Papa Gay wasn't around. But there was some other older kids out there. One of the kids I was cool with, me and him used to joke back and forth, and Mike just so happened to be there. He called himself trying to jump on the boy team and throw jokes at me. So I told him, like, Mike, nigga, I know you. Like, you don't want to do that. Like, I know how, what I'm saying, you come to my house all the time. My big brother ain't having it. He talked crazy, and it just so happened Mike pushed me. I'm like, Mike, don't push me no more. And the nigga tripped me. And I hit the ground. Now, all my friends out there and my little girlfriend was out there at the time. I really can't whoop Mike because he's bigger than me. So now I done got embarrassed. I done cursed her. All I can do is curse and push him. I done curse and push him. But I told him, I'm gonna tell my brother when I get to the house. I'll go to the house. He wasn't there when he got there. But when he got out of school, I told him he was doing his chores. I'll never forget this shit. He was mopping the bathroom. This nigga had a motherfucking
bomber jacket, leather bomber jacket.
Yeah, it was a brown leather smoking jacket. This nigga had. He was mopping the floor and shit. I'll never forget this shit. I told him what happened. He looked at me. He like, you alright? I'm like, yeah, I'm alright. I was just like, man, he was fucking with me. He like, alright, when I finish mopping, we gonna go see Mike. I'm thinking we finna go talk to Mike. Bad idea, right? We finished mopping, put the jacket on. We go over, man. They stayed a block over.
Did I have that ring that day?
I don't think so. No. I don't think so. But they stayed a block over. We go over to the next block. Why this nigga outside? No words. Right in the man's face. I'm like, wait, you ain't gonna talk to him?
I'm talking to him now. Right. I just gave that nigga some help. You know what I'm saying?
Hit him. This how much a punk dude is. He didn't hit him, knocked him off the bike. He didn't get up and try to fight. He got up and like ran in the house. I'm like, nah.
And his sister come out and grab me. Why you doing that, man?
He hit him, told him don't fuck with my little brother no more. He got. I don't even think his jacket even moved when he hit the nigga. We walked back to the house. Everything was cool. Next thing I know, goddamn it, 2 months later, Mike Cool, he going to fucking Six Flags.
I was mad too, but I said, why Mike going? That's your friend. I said, but he was messing with your seed. He don't get to go.
He went, didn't he?
Hell yeah. And they had a good ass time. They became friends of the fight. After that.
The rules of the fight, man, is once the fight is over.
It wasn't no fight.
That was a fight. It was just a good fight.
It wasn't no fight.
It was a good. It was just wasn't a good fight. It was a fight though.
It wasn't no fight, man.
Okay, what constitutes a fight? Then?
I don't like. I mean, I like if I don't. If you're a friend or not, I don't care. You mess with my brother, even family, like my cousin.
I was just gonna say he fought a straw man for me.
Cause you mess with my brother, that's my brother. You mess with my brother, I'm not asking questions. I'm gonna handle it.
He whooped straw man ass and then made my daddy take him home.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. He can't stay here no more. All my daddy said was this. Okay, let me go get in the tub first. Daddy got in the tub. Come on, let's go. Took him home.
I ain't going. I mean, look, the rules of the fight. Once the fight is over, we back to being friends.
But there wasn't a fight.
It sounded like a fight to me. You hit him?
Yeah,
he hit the ground.
I knocked the shit.
It was 2 hits in the ground.
I made that nigga ear bleed.
It was 2 hits. It was 2 hits, right?
It was 1 hit.
No, it was 2.
It was 1.
It was 1 hit.
You hit him. He hit the ground.
Yeah, it was 2.
2 hits in the fight. That's it. You hit. That's it. Then hey, feelings is over. We got in plenty fights. Once the fight is over with, feelings is dead. Because okay, what constitutes a fight to you?
I think that would have to. I think a fight is when 2 people really like go at it. Like,
so if it's more than 2 people?
No, I think okay. Like it's not a fight if you hit me and I walk off. It's a fight if you hit me and I attempt to fight back. That's a fight. Honestly, okay, the way I look at it is if you hit me and I run away, you bullied me.
Is it a fight if I never swing? Because I understand. Okay, I've had a friend who got beat up, but I never swung at him.
How do you get beat up but never?
Because I got a brother and sister, so as soon as he swung, you know what I'm saying, it was really.
Yeah, that was at that point. Okay, well, wait. Did you hold him while your brother and sister beat him up?
See, I didn't want to go into another long story.
You don't have to tell the whole story. Just did you hold him?
Well, see, the thing is, he fell on me. Because, like, the thing is, I wasn't trying to fight him. You know how you talk shit? And this one, I knew if I was going to beat his ass. Mm-hmm. But I was like, okay, I'm like, come on, man, we're going to go outside and handle this. I ain't finna do this in the house. When we walking out the door, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm like, man, I ain't finna fight, dude. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get outside. We're going to talk. But on the way out, he's behind me. The other people ain't behind him. And you know how you can hear the conversation? Everybody like, what y'all think finna happen? They're like, man, Smoke finna beat his ass. And I hear him go, what?
So he had every right to say what. You got to keep your manhood on.
But that's
arrogance right there.
But once I get down to the bottom and said, I turn around like, all right, man, was it? In the middle of me turning, he was just running down the stairs swinging. So I ducked it, but he swung so hard when I ducked it, he knocked me over. So I just grabbed him, went to the ground, and I got ready to roll him. But as soon as we hit the ground, I thought he tried to headbutt me because his head was coming toward me. And I moved like I was about to get him because I'm like, this nigga tried to headbutt me. But when I looked up. This was back. Jodeci was out. My sister wore Jodeci boots. So when I looked to the side, my sister's stomping the shit out of this cat in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Then went home and put a Band-Aid on and called TLC.
Nah, she stomping the shit out of him, and so I roll him off me. He jump up, and when he jump up and back up, he take about 3 steps back. My little brother come out of nowhere and just crashed the dude upside the head,
Was he doing this UFC thing? He started doing this UFC thing?
No, this is before that. You know what I'm saying? This is before that, but I didn't beat him in the house enough. He knew how to throw a punch.
It was a fight, though. He got up with the intention to go back at you?
I don't know, because I rolled
it happened so fast.
Right, but you said once your sister...
I rolled him off like this.
Right,
if you swung and he ducked, that's a fight.
I never got to swing.
But listen, once she took the boot off him, He got up and y'all squared up, right?
No, I'm telling you, I rolls him off me because she was stomping. I didn't want to get hit. I rolled him off me. I went one way. When we got up, he was getting hit. By the time I stood up, my brother was already hitting him, knocking him the other way. Oh. So while he went that way, my guy, Big O, grabs me, and I'm like, why are you grabbing me? I ain't even swung at him, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, go get them. But then I look up, another one of my friends out there, and he had picked up like a tree branch, and I'm like, y'all need to get them. I ain't touched the boy.
But y'all jumped on him.
Y'all
jumped on him.
I didn't throw a punch.
Y'all jumped on him.
No, because he was on you. You tried to headbutt you. You grabbed him. That's fighting.
Y'all jumped on him.
Now, but guess what? According to the rules, what I tell you about a fight? Because 10 minutes later, because the thing about it is, this time Sega Genesis was big. We had his Sega Genesis at my house before all this started.
Oh, y'all gate this stuff too?
No. Before this started, you go to your friends after you take
That's
the video.
probably why y'all was fighting.
No, that wasn't why we was fighting. But, you know what I'm saying, we was playing this video game before that happened. He come back like 10 minutes later, because his game set at my house. He come back to the house, you know what I'm saying? He rings the doorbell. I send Big O to the door. Big O come back laughing. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, man, such and such outside with a 2x4. And I'm like, you know what? Tell him to come on in. He come in the house. I'm like, what's up, man? We good? I'm like, that's all over with. You haven't seen? He's like, nah, man. They were jumping on people. I'm like, nah, it's cool.
No, man, they were jumping.
I'm like, it's cool. Ain't nobody
not your family. They was jumping on people.
Because it was more than my family and him. But I'm like, it's cool, man. Ain't nobody gonna touch
he got a Mayweather ass whoop.
And he was like, well, you know, nah, I'm gonna just grab my game. It's gonna
was
be
this y'all was in the hundreds?
Yeah, we in the hundreds, you know. So after the fight, though, I was done with the situation. I'm done. You get your animosity out, and it's supposed to be over with. I think that's one of the issues we have these days, because people hold on to animosity either because they done lost the fight, you know what I'm saying, or it didn't go their way, so now it got to be some more payback. I mean,
speaking of fights, the big fight is this weekend.
Mayweather gonna beat Pacquiao ass.
I did not realize how much hate is out in the world for Mayweather.
Yeah, it is.
And the number one reason you get for the hate
is he arrogant.
Is the fact that he's arrogant. What makes Floyd Mayweather arrogant?
Because he believes in himself.
And the people do.
Is that arrogance or confidence?
Same. I think they.
What is the definition of arrogance?
Can I give you my personal definition of it?
No.
Why not?
I need you to give me Wikipedia or something. You wouldn't let
Wikipedia. You might as well give me his damn definition.
You wouldn't take my definition for racism.
No. I let you give it. That don't mean I have to accept it.
So I let you give it. Through this, letting you give it.
You can let me give because I let you give your shit.
You didn't let me do shit.
I let you do everything.
Look, he beat Mike ass. Now he think he tough and some shit. Nigga, that was years ago.
I beat other ass too.
You got a short arm. You ain't got no right cross.
This strong as hell.
Yeah, but you can't reach nobody with that motherfucker.
I get your ass with this one.
Did you see that shit? Did you see how that punch was? What the fuck is
that? I'll fuck around and hammer your ass, this motherfucker.
This shit here, really?
You see this real quick on that ass.
Okay, I don't want that one. You know what I'm saying? We gonna
grab that shirt on your ass.
Hey, fuck it. Give us your opinion then. Give us your definition of arrogance. Go ahead.
Now, the difference between my opinion... I'll see what you're trying to say. Motherfucker. The difference, I think, between the arrogance and confidence is... Arrogance is when, and now you done made me forget. Fuck it, I don't even want to say it no more.
Here's my thought. I think that people say that you're arrogant once you agree with what they say about you. It's okay for you to be great at something, but it's not okay for you to say that you're great. If that makes sense. You can say, you can be the best boxer of this time. As long as you say it and I don't say it, it's confidence. I have a silent confidence in myself. But the minute that I come out and say I'm the greatest, I'm arrogant.
I think now, and I just remember what I was going to say. I think the arrogance will come into when you get a little disrespectful with it.
I don't think so.
Disrespect has anything to do with it.
Anything to do with it.
I think when you come a little against, like what we may deem is, and some people may look at I say, man, I'll whoop your ass. I'm that good. I will whoop your ass.
That's not disrespectful, though.
But some people will look at that as being arrogant in the form of disrespect.
But this is the thing. You don't even have to put the "I'll whoop your ass" on type of thing. If we boxers, and if everybody in this room knows I'm the best boxer alive,
you better not say it.
I cannot say it. That's what makes me arrogant. Is the fact that I basically confirmed y'all believe. If everybody else in the room is saying that I'm the best, and me and you got to fight. He know I'm the best. He know I'm the best. He know I'm the best. But if I say it, I'm arrogant.
You the bad guy.
If you saying you the underdog, you just got confidence. But if I'm the top dog, if I'm the alpha dog, I'm the man. If I acknowledge the fact that I'm the man, it makes me arrogant.
But that's because everybody likes the underdog.
But you know what? We can go away from Floyd and we can go into LeBron. We can go into
they don't say
you say Jordan. They say Jordan is arrogant.
Oh my God! People say LeBron is arrogant. I think LeBron is the most hated man in the world for no fucking reason.
No,
I don't get the arrogance from
You
him.
can use Kobe Bryant.
I don't get people saying
use
that.
Kobe.
I can use Kobe and I say
Kobe.
Jordan was the
LeBron stopped being hated when he went back to Cleveland.
That's bullshit. I'm be LeBron stopped being hated by people in Cleveland.
He stopped being hated. He stopped being hated that second year in Miami.
That's bullshit.
Only people who hated that second year in Miami was
so many
Cleveland.
people in the world. When you mention LeBron, it's so many people. Honestly, when you're great at anything, whether you're LeBron, whether you're Floyd Mayweather, whether you're Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, whoever you are, when you're great at something, there's always going to be 1,000,001 people that find a reason just not to like you. There are 1,000,001 people that don't know LeBron personally at all and hate him.
But you know what? I think those are people who are who don't like his success, and they attach the arrogance to his success, and it goes to what you were saying, that because even if they don't say it, because you get a lot of people who say Kobe Bryant is arrogant, and it's not because it's not because he says he's the greatest player. Because most of the time, Kobe, it was rare early on where Kobe would say how great he was, and it was
what? Fuck Kobe Bryant, you follow?
No, Kobe didn't come out and say he was the greatest player in the game. He never came out and said that.
Okay.
But what he did, is in his attitude and how he carries himself.
I'll agree with you and say he never directly said that.
Right.
He never the words "I'm the greatest player" never came out of Kobe's mouth, ever. But anytime they mention LeBron next to Kobe, what does Kobe do?
Yeah. He get he get real arrogant.
Actually, I mean,
he don't get arrogant, but he let it be known that LeBron got 2 and I got 5.
He also, I mean, don't get me wrong. He said he's better than LeBron. I mean, and because what his comment, the last comment that I really remember what he said about him and LeBron was, because they asked who would win in the game, and his comment first was, we don't need to talk about that because that's not gonna happen. But then it was what he said was, in a team game, LeBron probably would win because that's what he does. He's a team player. He said, but one-on-one, I'd murder him. He said, one-on-one, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? He's like, basically, I would kill him in a one-on-one game. And to me, that says right there, he thinks, okay, I'm better than him in the athletic realm of basketball. In the team game, because I think he conceded that LeBron made the players around him better at some point. But he's saying, but if you strictly just talking about the game of basketball and just playing the game and saying, I'm a better player. I think he said that, but I think most of the hate toward him was because of how he carries himself. They figured that he's arrogant. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that goes with all of those guys.
I think that goes with success. I think what they tag arrogance for the most part to success. If you're successful at what it is that you're doing, and I don't mean when I say successful, I don't mean that you've made $1 million doing it. You know what I'm saying?
You're just on a scale of what you've done,
really,
right?
When you're really good at what you're doing, and you know that you're really good at what you're doing, because I get called arrogant all the time.
This is the thing. I don't know of any player, male, female, black, white, that is at the top of their game that people don't call arrogant. There is not one that you can say. Only person I think that they
don't call Serena Williams arrogant.
Bullshit.
I've heard a few people call
only
that.
person that I can honestly say in the history, I would probably say sports, and we'll just keep it as sports for the sake of this conversation. Only person I would say that I've never heard anybody say that he's arrogant and he's really good is Peyton Manning. It's the only person I've never heard anybody say that he's arrogant or had that feeling that he was arrogant ever. And in all of sports, that was probably at the top, or one of the top 2 or 3, and whatever it is that they do.
You know what? I don't think they said it to Tiger Woods.
No, I've heard Tiger Woods.
I don't think
I've heard
that.
Tiger Woods was arrogant.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
I've never heard about him.
I've heard that.
I can see why.
He should have been arrogant at one point. I don't think arrogance is a bad thing.
I don't. The thing.
I think depending on the
I
context
don't
of
give a
what
damn
it
what the
is.
context is. To me, arrogance is just the confidence in yourself, and I think the difference in arrogance and confidence is how people on the outside perceive it. saying people just believe it's better to be confident and that you shouldn't be arrogant. I don't give a fuck what you think. Honestly about that, because it's not.
But what is the difference between confidence?
To me,
and
there
arrogance?
is no difference. It's just the wording of it. With some people use arrogance as a derogatory. It's supposed to be derogatory when they say you're arrogant. Right. Which, to me, it means the same. It just means I'm confident in myself.
Yeah. And that's,
I'm
that's
arrogant
my whole
about
thought
it.
process.
I'm supposed to be arrogant about myself.
But the only time you get the arrogant comment, or I don't want to say compliment, but the only time you get the arrogant comment is if you're confirming what everybody else believes about you.
You know what else people say is arrogant too? And I can agree with that. You know, people that got a lot and they like to flash it. I can see that form of arrogance too. If you real arrogant, you gonna flash all that shit.
And see, but you know what? I look at things from a different eye, because I don't believe that. A lot of the times, like when you look at people that have a lot of money, when you look, like you could look at pick any superstar and go look at their Instagram. A lot of the stuff that they have, I don't look at it as I'm rubbing it in your face because you don't have it. I look at it as this is a celebration. I've come from nothing. I'm putting this out here to show you that.
Every week.
Why? Why not?
Every week, I feel it's like for me, I would feel like if I know you personally. It would probably be different.
This is what I would say to you.
But
that's something you got to deal with on your inside.
And that's fine. But
I would say to you, get the hell off their Instagram.
And that's fine. But like me personally, I would feel that I'm being arrogant, especially I know people's out here struggling. Not saying that.
Why is it?
Why I'm not gonna keep throwing down. Look what I got. Look at this new car.
But see, this is the thing. I don't look at it as look what I have. I look at it that way. I look at it as this is what you can get. This is what you can get with hard work and dedication. Because let me tell you this: if 90% of the celebrities or what have you never showed their fame, their fortune, or nothing, you would have something to say. XYZ got all this money, but they ain't never doing shit with it.
I wouldn't, and then I wouldn't.
That's
because
bullshit.
I don't like this. I don't care what you spend your money on.
That's not true.
I don't.
But
I don't care what you spend your money on. That's your
just
money.
Don't show me.
But don't be like every time like I turn on the page, I gotta see. Look, yeah, I got the new shit today.
So is it okay for people? So is it okay for people with no money? Because they post their shit every day too.
And not only that, but I think this is something I want to say. Look,
I got food today. Look,
no. Listen to this. Listen to this. You are a walking contradiction of what you just said. Yes, you are.
I look. I'm broke.
You are broke.
Yeah,
but the minute that you get something,
I don't.
Everybody knows about it.
I don't. Within my circle, like y'all, because y'all can afford it. I'm showing it to other broke motherfuckers that can afford it.
Well, okay, how do you know that they're not showing their Instagram to all their rich friends? Maybe their Instagram is not for you.
Guess what? You the one chose to follow them. They didn't send
Who said I chose to follow them? Who said I want Instagram?
So how are you seeing what they're posting then?
Like you could be like on Facebook, you can be friends with friends, and they'll show the shit will pop up.
Then you need to fix your feed so that shit don't pop up. Because basically what you're saying, they need to live their life accordingly to a way that will not offend somebody who doesn't have what they have. So they can't enjoy. So a person who has no money can enjoy their life to the fullest without being accused of being arrogant or anything. Because I got a little bit of money today. I was able to go buy this here, so I'm gonna show it to some other broke niggas who can buy this here. And that's good. But if I make money, I have to feel sorry for you, and let me hold this close to my chest. I ain't saying you have to post my new. I'm not saying MKX or something. I can't post that.
I'm not saying you have to
feel.
I'm not saying you have to feel sorry for that person, but I mean sometimes you got to be mindful, like everybody, because that's just the way. That's the way we live.
That is the way we live. No.
The way we live.
Why do I have to be mindful?
Sometimes. Why not? What they say?
Why do I have to live my life thinking about what this person believes or thinks about me because of what I'm doing?
I ain't even worried about you because you an ass anyway. I'm
okay, why does that make me an ass?
I feel that people supposed to have a certain level of I just lost the word. Damn.
Because there is no word
compassion.
Of compassion. Compassion for what?
For a person's situation.
I've worked my ass off to get to where I am, and now you want me to be mindful and compassionate to somebody who is not putting in the work that I'm putting in?
Who's to say that person that you got people all day that could be putting in work and never get that.
You didn't understand. You understand?
Never get
guess what? If they putting in the work that I'm putting in, then they can be where I'm at.
It don't always happen that way.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault if they put in the work. No, you don't understand what I'm saying. It's not the person who's successful's fault that you putting your work in the wrong avenue.
Because who's to say that's the wrong avenue?
If you're not getting to where you want to be in your life, it's the wrong avenue.
Who is to say that you've seen many cases where I could be doing the same shit that you doing, And I don't get the same reward. I could be putting.
So then you in the wrong avenue.
Place, right? You in the wrong place.
So you in the wrong avenue.
That's not for you.
You in the wrong lane, and it's not on me.
That ain't always the truth.
Name one situation where it ain't true.
Find
me one. Find me one situation where it ain't true.
Well, I can't do that. Wanna why?
Because
no. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because we ain't hired a fact checker, and I ain't that motherfucker to do it.
You said you was the fact checker.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I think what episode 3?
No.
You said you went to check the facts.
And what you tell me?
Fact check.
What you said? Well, we ain't gonna do the fact check.
I didn't say we.
You said we ain't doing fact check.
No, I didn't say we. I said I am not checking any facts.
I like the way that nigga got the heat off his ass real quick.
Yeah. we ain't got no fact checkers, so we ain't fuck the compassion shit. Give me something else.
Listen.
We tie to the wrong shit. I mean, and that's because we all trying to control how other people live their life instead of focusing on ourselves. If you focus on yourself, you wouldn't notice that another motherfucker arrogant. Oh, it wouldn't bother you if you was. If I walk into the room and it's another guy that's a carpenter, he say he the best at it, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna giggle. Huh, really? Okay, if that's how you feel,
that's
fine.
Cool. I feel that way about somebody talking about, I'm cold with the computer shit. I'm like, you ain't shit. You ain't seen me.
You know what I'm saying? My brother told me that shit the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I wasn't shit. Oh, you think you good? You know what I'm saying? We talk about the computers. I'm like, yeah, man, I think I'm going to go ahead and make this little design. He's like, you going to do it? Yeah. I'm like, man, you might not know it, but I'm pretty fucking awesome. He's like, if that's what you say. I said, you might think you good. You ain't seen what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that could have been an arrogant statement, but guess what? Okay, that's his lane. That's what he in. Now, if he was talking about building a wall or some shit like that, okay, now guess what? Now I can puff my chest out. Now I can giggle at your ass. But if he the best at what he do, he deserves or he earned that right to be arrogant about that. At least that's how I feel.
I do. I think once you work to the point where you at the point now where you reap the benefits of all your hard work, you should be able to show and say, this is what I've worked for.
And ain't nothing wrong with saying this is what I love for, but I don't like it when because you do have some people deliberately look, you broke motherfuckers, I got this. Look.
Guess what? Broke motherfuckers do that. They front.
Yeah.
That same $3,000 on tax time. 4 different pictures of the same.
And to be honest, a lot of times it ain't $3,000. It's 200s on top with a gang of ones in the middle.
No. They're fan. I done seen the one. They fan them out. You know what I'm saying? You see all the 100. You know what I'm saying? They, yeah, we get money over here. You know what I'm saying? It's the same.
Now that's the shit I hate.
4 different angles.
That's the shit I'm
same shirt sleeve for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? We getting money over here. Still getting that money. You know what I'm saying? They took that 4 pictures on Thursday and they waiting to post it 1 picture a week.
I don't know, man. I just think I think that there should not be a limit or I guess a compassion level on what you're allowed to show.
I don't think there is. Show what your heart can say. If I don't like it, I should check out. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like what you're seeing, I don't have to go look at it. I'm not forced to go check out what you're doing. I mean, there's all types of filters or whatever you can go on and say, okay, you know what? I'm tired of seeing Poppy A shit. Every day, this nigga him making me feel like shit. And then he flexing on the cat. Let me turn off his feed.
You know what's ironic about that is the fact that thought came from you, of all people. Because you might be the biggest flexer in the group.
I'm not the biggest flex.
Shit.
Okay, give me a flex.
Any new hat.
I'm talking to my phone.
Your phone.
What's on my phone?
This is a flex.
Ain't no flex.
When you got engaged, that was a flex.
But see, that's a different thing. When
no,
you engaged,
no.
I want you to know I'm getting engaged.
No.
I want you to know I'm getting engaged. That ain't no flex.
Okay, let me go back. You
can take that away.
No, I'm not taking that away. Before you got engaged, when you bought the ring, before you gave it to her.
I showed y'all.
What was the purpose?
I showed y'all.
But what was the purpose?
I'm like, hey, do y'all like this ring?
Why does it matter if we like it?
Because y'all my brothers.
But why does it matter? If we didn't like it, you was gonna take it back and get another?
No, I wouldn't take it back. But
so
I love it still.
Why did it matter?
Because it's a different. You know why it's a difference?
What's the difference?
Because y'all 2 broke motherfuckers like me, and we can relate to it.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why.
This nigga the biggest flex.
Watch this. Ever. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't like it.
This nigga the biggest flexer ever.
No, it ain't.
Every time you get a new hat, your ass on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Just got.
I ain't had a new hat since I ain't had a new hat.
That's the only reason there ain't been no picture of it on there because you ain't had it.
No. I'm in a group that does stuff with hats when they show.
Oh my god!
That's why we be in a competition.
Every video game.
No, I ain't do every video game. I don't do that. I broadcast my games because that's part of it.
Nigga, every game when you got it, it was on it. Cause I used to tell you, man, stop posting your shit on Facebook. Nigga gonna stick your ass up. They gonna break in your house. I ain't worried about that, G. They don't know where I stay. I can't show the people what I got.
but you taking it out of context. You wanna know why? Because I posted on my shows on my website for my video game stuff. So that goes on net and it goes through my website. They don't go through just my plain thing. That's what that's for. I have a fan base. That's for that. That's a publication. I have knowledge. I'm schooling these motherfuckers. It ain't just me saying, yo, look what I got, you broke motherfuckers.
You do that.
It's part of the website.
You do that.
I don't be saying, look what I got, you broke motherfuckers.
Oh, you don't say you broke motherfuckers, but it's always look what I got.
It's all. I say it again.
Look at
go
me.
Straight to our website. Go straight to
Look at me.
I love your face. No, they go straight to our website.
Ah, bullshit, nigga.
It's content.
You be flexing. We be trying to tell you, no flex. No.
You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck the one over here with this camera. Fuck the liar over here. Fuck this broke ass TV. Fuck all you niggas.
That's a nigga right there, boy.
Get caught up in this shit. You know
That
what I'm
nigga
saying?
want to throw everybody under.
Just stop pushing shit over.
Ain't had nothing to do with this. They mad in their business. He
I'm
want to
telling
throw
on
everybody.
everybody.
Listen,
That motherfucker got the gyro last week. That motherfucker got the orange juice. And that motherfucker got the Kool-Aid. Plain and simple.
this motherfucker. I just think that the line between arrogance and confidence is blurred. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's a line between them. Personally, I think
They intersect with each other.
I think they're the same thing. I just think we use our own definitions for stuff, and we just try to take it and make it a negative when we tell a person that they're arrogant. I think that's our way of trying to
Justify
prick their heart and make them feel bad about succeeding at what it is they're saying, or being as good as they are at what it is. So that,
Well, you know
man,
what? You don't
arrogant.
you don't even have to be good at anything. You could just be a nice looking person and carry yourself with a certain level of confidence.
You know what? I think when it's that with females, I think most of the time they get that from scary guys, and I think they use that.
They get it from scary guys.
But you know what? Females aren't the only nice looking females aren't the only people that get called arrogant.
No, guys, but I guess I think I'm saying that they get it from people who are, I say, scary or afraid, because they get the arrogant. That people use that as an excuse not to talk to them, or why they don't approach them. And man, oh, she arrogant, man. Look at her, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, because they're afraid of the rejection anyway. So they giving themselves an out. Mm-hmm. See, and so since arrogant is a negative word, instead of them just saying, oh man, she confident, look how she's strutting, you know what I'm saying? It's, oh man, she arrogant, so I ain't gonna say nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? Or he's arrogant, you know what I'm saying? So I think females use arrogant with a guy to justify him treating them like an ass sometimes.
But you know what? A lot of the times it don't even have to be a guy treating him like an ass. It could just be a guy not being interested.
Yeah.
And I think that's justification for a woman to say that, oh, he ain't into me. He must like himself more than he like any woman.
Yeah, he's arrogant. And I think that's the flip side of it, because with a female, the guy uses arrogant because he himself is not confident enough to approach her and say something, so it's an excuse. And with the female, it's the fact that, oh, he don't like me? He an arrogant ass motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
And that's arrogance on her end. What you mean, fuck, you don't like me?
Exactly.
That's arrogance on her end.
That's arrogance on her end. How dare you not show
like
interest in
me?
me?
I think a woman, like you said, you can't turn down a woman. You can't. A man
can't turn down and you know what? Honestly, when
even the ugliest chick, you can't
even
turn
if you
down.
tell your guys you turn a woman down, they kind of look at you with the side eye like, what?
You turned that ass down?
Especially if it's a bad chick, your guys will look at you like, what?
Man, they be like, you ain't hit that nigga, what?
Right.
Like, nah, man, I wasn't on it. Man, please, I've been all over there. And then you get arrogant with your guy, because you're like, because you ugly, nigga. You
right.
can't do that.
And then in turn, we come arrogant or confident.
That's when you show your confidence.
Here go the confidence. Man, where's she at?
Right, man. I get it.
I'm going to show you how this works.
Like, nah, nigga, she ain't going after you. You know what I mean? She only wants you? Hey, I'm just trying to let you know I ain't want you to get your feelings hurt.
If you can't love the one you got, love the one I'm coming to you. And I'm coming to you, bitch.
Like I said, but I don't think there's anything wrong with being arrogant. So with Floyd, with them saying that he's arrogant, you know what I'm saying? Hey, keep being an arrogant young guy. Go ahead and knock Pacquiao ass out.
And it's another thing that kind of, I don't want to deviate. I don't want to turn this to a fight conversation, or maybe even not even just a Floyd conversation. But have you noticed that they've brought so much negative attention to Floyd? Now, there's never been more talks about his domestic violence cases. Like, up until like I want to say this last 2 weeks, all that's been over Sports Center is the Floyd domestic violence issues.
Yeah, especially that stuff with Stephen A. Smith. He came out and said some stuff about it.
I think that the thing with this is.
Oh, wait, before you finish that now. Nobody knows this, but Manny Pacquiao had a baby on his wife. That ain't out there.
I just found it out.
They ain't putting that out there, though.
I just found it
But
out.
I think the thing is.
You got a street baby.
going into this fight, I think the thing is, in my opinion, is I don't think there's anyone who honestly, in their heart, believes Pacquiao has a chance to win this fight. I think the only people who saying Pacquiao will win are the people who are just Floyd haters. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe, like, especially people in the sports world, like with Stephen A. Smith and the sportcaster. I don't think any of them honestly believe Pacquiao has a chance at this fight. With that being said, the thing is, with this fight, before these last couple of weeks, with all Floyd domestic stuff coming up, Floyd didn't have any distractions. If you know, it was like, this is one of the fights where coming into it was like, okay, you know what? When they first mentioned that this fight was going to happen and they started going to the train them first couple of weeks, if you know, there was no Floyd issue.
I can see that.
A couple fights before, it was always something going on.
They're trying to distract him.
It was always something going on, so it was like, okay, he a little too focused. Let's see what we can pull up, you know what I'm saying? So that's when you get oh, you ain't paying homage to the greats, you know what I'm saying? Or this box over here said something to you. And what about time you hit this woman? And so now let's try to see if we can bring some things in here, because we need to get young boy, because the numbers, you know what I'm saying? Vegas already trying to make money.
But the odds ain't shit. They 2-1 in Floyd favor. That ain't nothing.
They were up though when it first started off.
When it first started, the odds was crazy. It was like 40-1 or some shit like that.
And then they started dropping real quick. I think what happened, somebody went into Vegas and put out a big, huge bet. Yeah. And so that dropped him down to like 5-1 as soon as he did that. And then after that, when the numbers kept pouring in, it dropped it a little closer. So now I think it's 2-1.
How y'all feel about him saying that if he win, he gonna pay Suge Knight's
I don't know that that's true.
It ended up becoming, it's true. It was on Sports Center, and his whoever his agent is was saying it.
I know that Suge Knight lawyer said that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if that's your boy, you got the money. I don't see a problem.
I didn't know they was boys.
I didn't know that either. But if that's his boy, like the story say, that's his boy, you got the paper to do it, because they dropped his bail from $25 million to $10 million. So if that's your boy, you got the paper. You finna make $200 million.
Is that $10 million in walk, or is that
$10 million
that
walk.
$1 million?
No, it's
$10 million.
So he got $100 million bond.
No, it was
250, and they dropped it to 100.
$100 million. Okay. Damn.
So I mean, but honestly, if you got the paper to drop it on your man like that, and you can vouch that he gonna make all his court dates, go right ahead. I don't see a problem with that.
No, I don't have an issue with it.
Because God knows my heart. If anything happened to one of y'all and I got $10 million to bail y'all out of jail, regardless of whether or not I think you're gonna go, if I got the money to give you, you gonna get out.
I'm gonna tell you now, I'm just wasting $10 million. Because in all honesty, in my opinion, if something happens,
he still gotta go through trial next month.
Fuck that. If something happened when y'all go to jail, we need $10 million. If I got $10 million, we bailing you out. I lost that $10 million because you coming out of jail, getting the fuck out of here. You gotta go somewhere where there's no extradition. Because if they gave you a $10 million bond, you not beating that case. Period. You not beating that case. They put your bond that high, you not beating that case. They already letting you know you finna sit down, nigga. You sitting down for a long time. We've been waiting to get you in here. You sitting down. Because the reason you got a $10 million bond, because they figured
they did that to OJ. With the little stealing stuff. That show did that to OJ.
You are not getting out. So if I bail you out, you out of here, nigga. You know what I mean? I don't care if we got to put you on we got to put you on the Underground Railroad or whatever, but you gone.
You got to move away from
Go
around
ahead.
here.
Wherever
you can't
go,
stay in this America.
We'll holler at you later. We gonna move everybody bit by bit to where you at, but you got to go. I done just gave away that $10 million. You know what I'm saying? Because no, you're not making none of the court dates. You getting out of jail, out of Illinois, out of the United States. Yeah, where's there no extradition? Because wherever that is,
he gonna have to go to be honest. He gonna have to go with ISIS.
It's gonna be a list. I'm gonna tell you now.
He can't go to Cuba no more because we can go into Cuba. He gonna have to go to ISIS.
There's no extradition in Cuba though.
Well, yeah, because they still trying to get a asylum.
So we have no jurisdiction in Cuba, so we can come in there. But shit, if you come in there, then guess what? Then nigga, we got to fight now. I got the right to do whatever I want to you over here. There's no jurisdiction. But I ain't gonna give you Cuba. Wherever you want. When you come out, I'm gonna have a list of these are the places that don't have extradition. Pick one.
Pick one, nigga.
Because that's your new home.
You can't tell your mama, tell your kids, all them.
You can tell anybody you want. You know what I'm saying? Let them know they better come with you now. Because as soon as you tell them you're leaving, because we're not giving them a chance to tell nobody else. You know, black people, my baby moving to Cuba.
Going down there to smoke them cigars.
Get both of y'all ass locked up.
Yeah, no, out of here. And when they call me about it, I say, he did what? So I lost my $10 million? Oh, this some bullshit. You know what? I'm going to go get him.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Somebody going to get my $10 million.
Go get my car.
Yeah.
They always go home laughing.
He found it out. That's bull. I ain't going. Fuck them. That's how I feel about it. $10 million on that. Now, I don't want to talk about this, but we got to bring it up. Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Now, in all honesty, I have not watched none of the news coverage. I have not read any other stories. I have not watched one of the videos on it. All I know is, over in Baltimore, there was a riot. People were throwing rocks at the police. Police ran away from it. Some little boy got his ass whooped for looting.
He didn't even start yet. He was just about to.
He was about to. He just got dressed to go loot. And his mama caught him and whooped his ass. And then it was some peaceful march that they didn't publicize.
That was so much stuff that was not publicized. They don't publicize the fact that the Bloods and the Crips got together.
Called the truce.
Along with the Nation of Islam.
Yep.
They then not only that, news coverage called the Zeta Phi Beta called them a gang. The news reporter called them a gang.
Yeah, she was like, "I see you out there with everyone. Be careful. I see the gang members have congregated here and everything. So I want you to be careful." But the peaceful demonstrations happened 3 days prior to
the riots.
I saw the one. I saw the one. It was like a church. I saw a brief clip. It was like a church thing going on. It was like the Bloods and the Crips. I think were out there because they had their little bandanas on. You know
and the Black Gorilla family was out there too.
Yeah,
who?
The Black Gorilla family.
I don't know who that is.
That's DC.
Yeah,
them peoples.
It's a DC gang.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This nigga said that's DC. You know them people. Like the whole DC is the Black Gorilla.
That's the DC gang.
But I think that it all goes back to media. This is all a play on the media.
Did you see? Speaking of that, I'm sorry. You see that dude snapping Geraldo Rivera?
No, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't know Geraldo was still doing news.
He went down there because he was with Fox News, and you know how people feel about Fox.
Yeah.
This guy snapped on him. Snap! All y'all want to do is show the negative. You ain't know we had a peaceful march 3 days prior to this. Only reason this stuff is happening right now is because the cops were found innocent of any wrongdoing. Speedy trial, look. We didn't go trial. It's just one of them things where it was like, all right, I don't believe y'all did.
No, it went to trial, didn't it?
It didn't even do a trial.
They did an investigation.
This happened a week after he died.
Right, they did an investigation to make sure
it's a
clear
trial, right?
Right, to clear the police of any wrongdoing. So nobody knows how his back got broken. They don't know what the hell happened to him, and they saying that all of this happened prior to them getting him.
And then they got another inmate that was in the truck talking about something. I believe he did it himself, even though he couldn't see him because they were separated by the walls. And he said all I kept hearing was banging. But it's hard to believe that you severed your spine and your larynx, your voice box, while you're handcuffed. The only way you can sever your larynx, you have to have applied pressure to that. Ain't no way you're going to do that in a little small cramped space unless somebody putting their neck on their arm on your neck or stepped on it. Yeah.
No, but it's real good for having you on the ground and just standing on that.
And that's what more than likely happened when he was injured in there. And he's probably having a seizure after that. That's why you probably hear all that boom, boom, boom in. Because he had a history of seizures.
At some point, this shit gonna stop. Or it's gonna be, honestly, it's gonna be more bloodshed and it's gonna get worse.
And what a lot of
they put Baltimore in a state of emergency.
Yeah.
That, and it rioted again because of the fact right after the big coverage with all the riots, they went in and put a curfew in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 10 to 6.
At 10 o'clock, you had to be in the house by 10 o'clock on the street, and people weren't going. So
I don't understand how you put a curfew on somebody. What if they work overnights? How do am I not allowed to go to work now?
I think I don't know how the curfew is actually really, but I think if you're working overnight, if you're on your way to your job, I think you are.
You safe?
I think
you got a reprieve.
You're still gonna get pulled over, but I think once you can explain where it is or what's going on that you're on your way to work, I think you get a reprieve. I'm not real sure though.
Okay, but what about like bus drivers? They get off work early.
Yeah,
taxi drivers get off work early.
Yeah.
Like that shit is nuts. It don't make sense.
I think the whole handling of it was wrong. Period. I mean, because like I say, I did not really go through the coverage because I'm so tired of this dynamic of stuff happening. But the little bits and pieces that I saw, like one of the things before that mob really attacked the police, you see it, they throwing rocks at the police. You do see that, but they show from the other angle. You see the police actually throwing rocks back at the mob.
Yeah.
I'm saying they throwing rocks at them, and then the mob rushes them. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And then for that to come after that, for you to go and implement a curfew on a group of people who already are, you know what I'm saying, riled
state
up.
of unrest. Like it's a lose-lose.
They always just fighting you the day before. You know what I'm saying? We're going down. You're gonna come in and now you're gonna tell them, well, look, now I know you're upset and you want to fight us, but after 10 o'clock, your ass can't be outside.
Also, add that on top of the president calling them thugs and the black mayor calling them thugs. But everybody get mad and jump down the throat at the black mayor, but they don't say nothing to Obama.
Both of them was fucked up.
It was fucked up, but they say nothing to Obama.
I think the fact that the reason they're jumping down her throat is the fact that she's a product of Baltimore as well. And I hate to reference other people's shows, but they spoke about it in the 5150 show, and it's so crazy how in Kentucky when they lost that game to Wisconsin, those white kids rioted, burnt shit, and it was nothing.
$2.1 million worth of property damage.
It was no big deal. These just college kids being college kids. A nigga was murdered by the police. Murdered. And this ain't the first time. And it ain't gonna be the last time. So I'm not saying that for any justification. But at some point you have to understand why these people are upset. Why they are tired. You keep killing us and nothing's happening. And then once we do decide to I guess, and I just sound so stupid because it's fucked up what they doing. But once they do decide to push the extreme and go that far, they thugs. They hooligans. But these white kids who who torching cars because a basketball team lost is just kids being kids. That shit makes no sense to me.
And I don't think that Kentucky shit got no coverage, really.
None. You know why? Because it wasn't us. That's why. If it was us, that shit would have been all over the news. Anything that we do, it's all over the news. That shit, sweep that shit under the rug real quick. Because it don't mean shit. It don't mean shit to them. When we out here fighting for shit that really means something, they want to get as much negative coverage on us as possible.
Yeah. But like I said, the thing about it, my thing about this is where are they going to go next? Us? I don't mean the cops. I mean the people who were rioting. And
that's the thing. There is nowhere to go.
I'm on their team if this carries over into some type of betterment for it. But if this is just, y'all kill one of our brothers, we're going to fight y'all today for it, and now next week we're going to forget that y'all did that, we're just going to go back to living life the way we've been living it, I don't want to see this anymore. I don't want to hear this.
My thing is, with rioting, I never understood that. I never understood that. What is the purpose of a riot?
A riot to me is a disorderly march. They accomplish the same shit to me.
So where does the looting come into effect? That
makes I didn't say that they were, because the looting is really just
niggas using this as an excuse
to get some free shit. So the looting is not part of the riot. You know what I'm saying? That's just a couple people say, "Oh man, it's finna be some unrest. Niggas finna get crazy. I can use this time. I needed a big screen TV at the crib, man. Come on, we going shop."
But then you get to the point where you see a person and they're still in Pampers. And then they say, well, nobody asks. They want to know, oh, why are you looting? But they never ask, why he got to steal you? Why he got to loot Pampers?
It depends on who that, because in all honesty,
nobody ever asked that question.
The thing about it is everybody that's stealing Pampers ain't got a baby.
No, I mean, people stealing whatever they can sell. That's what that's about. A lot of people just stealing whatever they can sell. So the looting is not part of the riot.
True story. A comedian said that if you in Baltimore, take your ass home, relax for 2 days, and 3 days it's going to be the biggest fucking sale in Baltimore. everything you ever wanted, you're gonna be able to get for the cheapest price.
Somebody gonna call, hey man, my man on such and such got this for sale. Oh, you need that? My man got that. That's people losing shit that they can sell. The looting don't go with the riot. The riot is just a
civil unrest. You just tired of shit. I want to fuck
it's
up
not,
something.
but
it go back to the thing you saying, like with the kids. I ain't whooping you because you might still do it, but it makes me feel better.
But if you're not gonna change your climate after that,
it will be all for naught.
To me, if all you're gonna do is get up, whine about what just happened, you know what I'm saying, throw a big ass tantrum, because that's all this riot is to me, is a big ass tantrum. You're going to throw a big ass tantrum. Then you're going to have a couple people who going to all get together and sing some church songs, you know what I'm saying, and say how we tired of this here and we're not going to stand for it no more. And then next week, we going to go back to just, you know what I'm saying, whatever they say do.
Back to
sit your ass at home. Go the fuck home. I don't want to see this no more. I'm tired of this. If you're not going to make a change, then stop fucking complaining. That's how I feel about it.
So what's the answer?
To me, the answer always goes back to investing in your own community and not tearing up your own community. Because until you invest in your own community, you have no power to make a change. Period. You can whine and cry all you want, but as soon as you finish whining and crying, if you're going to go and give Jeb your money again after that, the fuck was the purpose of what you did? Now you done tore up every store in your neighborhood, and guess what? If it wasn't a black-owned store, they're going to help them rebuild it anyway. They're going to get a government grant to come in and help them rebuild it, because somebody going to come in and consider it a, what do the president go when, like say it's a natural disaster? They consider it a, FEMA, but they got a name. I can't remember. It's a
national disaster.
No, but they
declare the disaster.
They declare it it's not a disaster zone, but they declare it something, and then that way the government comes in.
It's a federal emergency.
It's a federal emergency. Something like that. The government comes in and puts in money there. Yeah, so I can guarantee you, as long as it's not a black-owned store or something like that, or it might be one black-owned store, but as long as it's not
don't they burn up the CVS?
As long as it's not a block of black-owned stores, they're gonna come in. That's gonna get rebuilt, and they're gonna get rebuilt better. And plus, guess what? While they're rebuilding it, I'm going to get some of that insurance money now to go in my pocket. So I'm whining about you tearing up my store, but in the back of my mind, I'm happy. My insurance take care of that. I get to sit at home for a couple of days now and get that money back. And they're going to rebuild.
For a couple months.
And you know what else funny? They're not showing all the young white folks that's out there doing looting too. I seen a video of guys going to that CVS, all a bunch of white guys stealing Doritos. All flavored Doritos.
So, hey, keep your hands off my mama. Keep your hands off my Doritos.
Hands off my mama.
That's how that shit works. So that's why I really don't want, because I'm so tired. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this wasn't, I say needed. I mean, yeah, the anger has to be shown that, okay, you upset with this situation, that you're tired of this situation.
But after you burn everything, what's going to happen next?
Right, you know what I'm saying? But now, okay, after you've shown them that you're angry, now you have to show them that you're able to do something besides be angry. I'm saying now you have to show them that, okay, now guess what? We showed you that we can kick ass now we got to show you that we're intelligent enough to move on and prosper. I mean, after this.
Beyond this.
You know what I'm saying? We need to show you that we can gain power after this, that we can come together and do something. And we're not showing that, man. So I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of marching and tearing up shit and then going home, seeing who won the whatever game on, and next week I'm back to my same old complaining about what the white man doing to us.
While I'm watching new episodes of Dragon Ball Z that's about to come out.
Niggas
them ain't no
tired of being sick and tired.
No, they actually about to do a whole new series.
No, it's not. I read the thing. What it is old episodes. They just remastering.
No. I've seen that out. That's already been coming on.
Hey.
That's already coming on. That's been coming on already for years.
You're gonna ride in this motherfucker.
It's literally a new series from Akira Toriyama.
Sir.
No, I read that. It's not a new series, cuz I'm telling you. They changed the hair color.
These bitches ain't listening to me.
They changed the hair color for like the Super Saiyan mode. It's supposed to be.
Who you calling a bitch?
UNITY. UNITY. That's the Unity. Oh, that's what we gotta go out to. Unity. We gotta go out to Unity on this one tonight.
He grabs my ass, looked at me like, "Hey, yeah, you bitch and left." Just another day.
That's a different song, nigga.
A whole different song.
This nigga went somewhere else.
Feeling, and I'm here to stay. That's the perfect song for what's going on there.
Unity is the perfect song.
Unity.
Both of them too.
Both of them. Unity.
Unity. That's right, bitches.
That's right.
All right. So with that being said, it's time
We
to
about
get
to
up.
have a ride in the basement over Dragon Ball.
It wasn't why we just having a heated discussion. You know, a strong
Ain't talking about
discussion.
Batman today.
No, don't do that.
Oh man.
I'm gonna show you about Batman in a few.
You see Ben Affleck? Is the costume they did a new?
I didn't
photo
see
shoot
it.
of
I didn't see it.
All right, fellas, we gotta get out of here.
I got the link, though.
We gotta
Okay.
go
All
ahead and
right.
get out of
Hey,
here.
we got to get out of here. So tell them how we get out of here. What's your info? How to get in touch with you?
You can catch me on Twitter at @IAM_King J. You can find me on Xbox Live, King J 1987. You can catch me on PSN at King J 1113.
Yay, where they can catch you?
You can find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs.
St. Louis.
You can find me on Facebook on that government, Daniel D. Jones. Follow, like. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Papaya, Papaya, not
that
papaya. Not papaya, it's your papa. And PSN, Pain 1982, Xbox Live, Game On Radio, the #1. Where can they find you at, Smoke?
Everything with me is Focused One. FOECUZED1. That's at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Gmail. Focus One, FOECUZED1. That's on the Xbox One. What do you think? Look like you got something to say?
Nah, I was just wanted to tell y'all that something came in the mail for you today.
Oh, damn.
Noah, where can they find you at?
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Lord_Darkskin, LORDE, _Darkskin.
What'd you say? Say it one more time. They can, what? Where can they, what?
Your purpose.
Well, I'm serious.
Shalom, where can they find you at?
These nuts.
Got him.
Got him. I tried to set that up. It been horrible.
Lavish_King S. That's on Twitter. Lavish_King S.
That's it.
Oh,
That
damn.
was
I
it.
thought you
That's
were
all
going to say
that
something
was.
else. Man, follow the crew, everybody. It's the Almost There Crew at Facebook, the Almost There Crew at Instagram, the Almost There Crew at Twitter, the
Almost there, CHI@gmail.com. That's the email. Website is.
No, that ain't.
It is. Yeah, that is.
What did you just say?
Almost there, CHI
Okay.
@gmail.com.
You right, my phone
Yeah.
pimping?
And the website is. It is the Almost There.
No,
and
it's
the
just
Almost There,
It's not
CHI.
the.
It's Almost There, CHI.com.
Yeah, almostthereshot.com. That's the website. On the website, all of the shows, the YouTube links are on there. Are we still doing SoundCloud? No SoundCloud.
That's a work in progress.
All the links to get to the show and whatever media outlet it is are on the website. So go to it, follow us, like us. If you like the show, follow us.
All our lady fans, we are definitely hoping that you guys come to our party. The party where we are coming in your mouth.
With these nuts.
I didn't say that, y'all. Just so y'all know.
I've been watching Wilvin all week, dude. I got so many of these jokes. It's ridiculous, dude. Like, any ladies that's working out right now and really into fitness, we really
Fitting this in your mouth.
fitting this dick in your mouth. Come on out and hang out with the Almost There crew. Got him!
So please, if y'all have not, if you haven't liked, if you haven't subscribed already, what the hell you waiting for? Get with the guys, man.
And please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend
To tell a friend.
Fuck with the crew.
We out, people. Love you.